Hey everybody, it's Noah here from Thrive, and I know you have a lot of options to choose from when deciding to go with an agency for your website branding and marketing. And today I'd like to take you through a diagram that I've developed that helps explain all the different ways in which you can succeed online. Now, you don't need all of these necessarily, but I'm going to go through everything just as if you were a brand new company. So let's dive right in. There's a page on my website that talks about this blueprint. I'm going to go through it in more detail, but I just want to show you this very quickly where it shows the different areas that you can work in, the order in which you do them. I also want to make a note too that my portfolio, any items on here, we make a note of which items on that Venn diagram we did for that particular project. So let's actually go through each one of these. And again, this is all the things you can do to succeed online. You don't necessarily need all of them. I'm going to go in the order in which you should do them if you are a brand new company or somebody who's just going to reimagine who they are as a company. Maybe they have an old website, old branding, and they want to start fresh or at least get things up to 2023 standards. The first thing is your brand identity. This is within your branding areas. Your brand identity is comprised of your fonts, your colors, any custom illustrations, and of course your logo. When people think about your brand identity or even branding, they think about your logo. That's really just one part of your branding. Let's take a look at a style guide for your brand identity. Your brand identity needs to be organized in a file, and it shows what logo we designed for them, the different variations of that logo, how you can use them, the colors, right, for this brand, so it's very consistent, the print colors, the web colors, the different fonts to be used consistently throughout anywhere it's being used, and how to use the logo again and how not to use the logo. And then a couple things like letterheads, business cards, truck wraps, t-shirts. Let's move on to the brand story. Your brand story is a guide to help your company and outside vendors like social media companies or marketing companies know how to talk about your company, your audience, and your offer. And it really talks about your tone, your style. It's a document that's going to guide everybody so they can be consistent in how they talk about you. The next part of your branding is your photography, your video of you, your company, your offer, etc. Once all that is established, then it's just really to move into where you create a website. And a website is comprised of your website design, which is how it looks, like the user experience, the journey, the visually. When people talk about a website, they usually talk about a website design. There's so much more to that. There's also your website features. This could be, maybe you have a portfolio or case studies. Maybe you show events. Maybe you have forms on your website or e-commerce or membership, CRM integration. So many different features, literally thousands of things you can do on a website. And then finally, for websites is the actual content, the words you put on the website. Now, if you have created a brand story, you could then use that brand story to create those words. Otherwise, you're going to just have a copywriter interview your company and write that content. After that's all done, you get into the marketing phase of things. This is for some companies, of course. Like I said, not everybody needs this stuff. And the main ways that you market online are through organic and local SEO, through pay-per-click advertising, and through stuff like social media and blogging and newsletters. I kind of call that the content strategy. Okay, we've talked about this whole world of this, right? Branding, websites, marketing. How does Thrive deliver on a project like this? So the first thing we do is, in order to create branding for your company, in order to create your brand identity and brand story, we need to understand who you are. And that actually happens in a brand strategy workshop. There's a couple of deliverables that come out of that. We have your just overall brand strategy, and then of course any branding recommendations. And then we actually go into the brand execution, and that's where we create your logo and your colors and your fonts, all that good stuff. Phase 3 is having a workshop understand what needs to happen on your website. Again, we need to dive deep into who you are and your offer and all that good stuff. And so for that, we create a client document at the end of that website strategy. It talks about who you are, your products, your services, your objectives, your brand objectives, your competitors, target markets, on and on, right? All the things we need to know in order to get the job done for creating your website. We then are going to design the home page of your website, just the home page. You're going to review that, give us any feedback, we make any revisions, and then you sign off on it. And then next step is the subpage design. We can design all the other pages. So let me actually show you the homepage design for one company. These are done first as a PDF. So you can see here's the design for a homepage. Then we do all the subpages. Here's a service page, And we move into actually creating the website. The actual features of the website make it a fully clickable and functional website. So here's actually the end result for that design I just showed you for the home page. And then of course there's many pages on this website. We'll go to maybe one of these service pages since I showed that one too. Here's a service page. Next step in the project is we actually write the content. So you're seeing a full version right there. We write the content for the website, put it in there. Then photography is taken at that point. Next step, after we all put it all together and put all your content, photographs, everything into your website, we will then set it live. And then any kind of marketing activities can happen. So that's the world of it. Those are all the different services we provide, all the different services really any agency provides online, and the order in which we do them. If you'd like more information, please be sure to let me know. I can walk you through this blueprint and we can figure out what makes sense for your business. And thanks so much for checking this out.